Here's the matchup versus Balrog in this Chun-Li matchup series. He's a good Balrog player. He's got 15,000 points. For me, the matchup against Balrog I have trouble with. I think it's about even for Chun-Li, but I gotta say that this matchup gives me trouble. Now what you should do is, whenever you fire Kikokins, make sure they're always medium punch. Right earlier I did a jab Kikokin and a heavy punch Kikokin. Do medium punch Kikokins. They're your best bet. They have less recovery time. This is when I had 4,400 points, so I wasn't as good as I am now. But I still played well against this guy. Now Balrog, to do damage, he's got to come at you. He can't attack you from far away. So if you can keep him away, he's gonna have to go through you. If he does any EX punches, you can grab him out of it. Like right there, if I was standing up, I could have grabbed him out of it. I wasn't though. Now if he does an EX move here, I can grab him out of it. He's trying to do a dash ultra, I think. That was nice right there that he did. I totally screwed that round up. I was firing Kikokins like an idiot and just totally screwed that round up. You can keep Balrog away. Make sure you do. Let me pause it real quick. When you face Balrog, if he jumps in on you, you can get him with heavy punch, standing heavy punch. Now, I don't know what the deal is with the hitbox for Balrog, but standing heavy punch is effective against him when he jumps in. Now Balrogs do not want to go to the air because they're extremely ineffective when they jump. They're not a character such as Chun-Li, who has pretty good moves when they're in the air. So what I do from time to time is, and you don't want to telegraph it, meaning you don't want to make it obvious that you're doing it because he'll make you pay. Just like what I was doing there, firing Kikokins, he made me pay with an ultra. So when you do this, do it, but don't overuse it. Fire a Kikokin, medium punch Kikokin, of course, and he'll jump over it. Then you can get him with heavy punch, provided the spacing is correct, of course, and it usually is. Even if you're close enough where Chun-Li does that move where she doesn't punch, but she kind of pushes, it's hard to describe. It's like when she pushes, it looks like she pushes. That'll hit him too, even though it looks like it won't. So that's a good strategy to use, just don't overuse it. Now I have super, not anymore. So whenever you knock Balrog down, what you can do is cross him up. Down forward heavy kick, of course, is to cross up to try and bait out a headbutt, and then you can punish him accordingly. Whenever Balrog attacks you with a punch, with a dashing punch, and you don't know. Now this guy's, he's taunting me, but he'll get his comeuppance. When Balrog, see right there? Cross him up with a down forward heavy kick. If he does that also, charge your ultra and finish him with an ultra. Now I normally use ultra number 1 for this match. I used to use number 2, but ultra number 1 is the way to go. Use ultra number 1. Let me pause this again. What was I gonna say? Oh, if he does a punch, a dash punch, when in doubt, block high. Because if you block low, he can hit you up high and continue the combo, which could lead into ultra. But if you're blocking high, he'll either hit you with his punch, which is high, which you'll block, or he'll hit you low, which will knock you down, and obviously end his combo because you're on the ground. Like I said, if you block low, he can hit you high and continue his combo into ultra. So when in doubt, block high. Alright, let's continue. See, if he does an EX punch like that, you can grab him out of it. What I should have done there probably instead of low heavy kick was standing heavy punch when he jumped, because the spacing was good. Remember, even though I didn't do it right there, fire medium punch Kikokins. Like I said, this is when I had 4,400 points, so I'm not as good as I am now. But always, 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 medium punch Kikokins. Now that move right there, that spinning, let me pause it again. That spinning punch he does, it's a move where, for Balrog players, you hold down all 3 punch buttons. That move can go through fireballs, so watch out when you throw a fireball. But what I've seen is, if you do, if the timing's correct, when he comes out of his punch, you can hit him. I've hit him with heavy punch before. Any other punch would work. Medium punch, jab punch. I don't know if heavy kick would work. I wouldn't recommend it because of the startup frames. But if you're close enough, Chun-Li will do that move where she needs him in the face. So if you do use a fireball there, and he does that turn punch, if the spacing is right, you could punch him when he comes out of it. Now, of course, try not to be in the corner. Of course, against Balrog players, it's hard to get out. I'm able to beat them, but try to stay out of the corner. So, the matchup against Balrog, basically keep him away with standing heavy kick works. Standing heavy punch also works, provided he doesn't do an EX punch, because obviously that can absorb 1 hit. If he does do an EX punch, throw him out of it. When you do use a Kikokin, use it liberally. Don't be obvious with it, because you'll pay the price. His headbutts go through it, his spin punch goes through it. However, you can punish his spin punch if the timing is correct. I've hit him with heavy punch before, as I've said. Also, another strategy, as long as you don't overuse it and become obvious, is fire a Kikokin, medium punch Kikokin, of course. He'll jump over it, and then you can nail him with standing heavy punch. That works quite a bit. That's a good strategy to use. Use Ultra number 1. I used to use number 2, but Ultra number 1 is the one to use. You can see if he does a punch, a dash punch from far enough away, and you're ready for it, you can get him with your Ultra. So use Ultra number 1. Ultra number 2 is harder to use. It's harder to combo into against Balrog. And that's pretty much the matchup. That's pretty much the matchup versus Balrog.